The world's seas make up around 70% of this planet, and just 5% of them have been investigated. That implies that by far most of Earth is comprised of profound, dim waters with secrets holding on to be discovered. Even with the modest quantity of sea investigation that has been finished, some unimaginable spots, creatures, and articles have been found. Looking through the profundities of our seas can give us knowledge into the past, the present, and some of the time, even the future. Exploring these regions lets us see bits of history and gives us thoughts of different things that might be hiding in the profound. Here are 10 of the most incredible revelations that have been made submerged. Would you be able to envision what else is out there? Number 10. Current movement of tectonic plates. The North American and Eurasian structural plates have been spreading farther separated lately as the North American plate moves toward the west. This noteworthy event can be seen both ashore and by making a plunge between the two plates close to Iceland. This has been finished by various submerged picture takers and scuba jumpers. Alexander Mustard, specifically, is a jumper and sea life researcher who has investigated this region and relates his experience as an inconceivable one. He takes note of that guests can get disgusted because of the sheer dividers and clear water, though the future can't be totally anticipated. Specialists can make forecasts dependent on the ebb and flow pace of plate movement, which is about 2.5 centimeters every year. Number 9. Ancient underwater city of Pavlopetri. Found in 1967 by Dr. Nick Fleming, this port town from the Neolithic time can be found off the southern shoreline of Greece. Antiquated earthenware was found at the site, giving archaeologists the feeling that the town of Pavlopetri exchanged merchandise inside the city and via sea, according to Fleming in 2009. Pavlopetri is a great many years more established than the majority of the old submerged vestiges that have just been found. The assessed region of the town covers around 100,000 square meters, 1.1 million square feet. Its distant area probably protected it from being disturbed by people before the discovery. 2. Neolithic ceramics is one of the most striking finds in this submerged city. It gave a timetable to specialists to see exactly how old these antiquated remains were. Initially, Pavlopetri was believed to be essential for the Bronze Age. Be that as it may, after additional investigation, the city was discovered to be over 1,000 years more seasoned than recently suspected. Number 8. Underwater river Black Sea. At the lower part of the Black Sea, there is a whole biological system with a running stream, trees, and cascades. How can this work? However, a waterway going through another assortment of water, it appears to be confounding. Yet it really happens on the grounds that the water in the stream is a lot saltier, and hence denser, than the encompassing water in the Black Sea. The high saltiness of the waterway permits it to move through the ocean at a quick movement, making riverbanks. The enormous measure of silt going through the stream additionally encourages it to move through the Black Sea. 3. As if this wasn't sufficiently cool, it is assessed that the waterway's huge volume would make it the 6th biggest waterway ashore. Discovering this wondrous little biological system inside the Black Sea, which ultimately depletes into the Atlantic Ocean, could be essential to specialists' comprehension of our seas as a whole. This disclosure can possibly assist researchers with bettering comprehend life submerged and the various conditions that permit marvels like this to happen on our planet. Number 7. Jumchug Canyon, Bering Sea. In the event that you thought the submerged waterway was noteworthy, you'll love this submerged gulch. It is colossal to such an extent that it must be found completely from space. Insane. Right, found in the Bering Sea, Jomchug is additionally the most profound submerged gulch, with a volume of 5,800 cubic kilometers and a profundity of 2.6 kilometers. Jomchug could fit the whole Grand Canyon inside it. Submarines can go through this remote ocean site just as the distinctive marine life found in the Bering Sea. Since Jomchug Canyon is so strangely wide, the whole submerged gully must be checked whether you are beyond the consistent average of the Earth, so except if you have associations that can get you off Earth and into a spaceship. At that point you may very well need to take a gander at pictures. Number 6. Bimini Road, Bahamas. One of the most well-known vacation spots in the Bahamas is Bimini Road, a submerged way found during the 1930s. The beginning of this sea include is obscure. However, many trust it to be a way prompting the lost city of Atlantis, sitting only 6 meters 20 feet under the water's surface. Bimini Road is available to those inquisitive enough to plunge down and experience the strange arrangement for themselves. Possible cause stories for Bimini Road have been highlighted in various secret pieces on unexplained mysteries, unsolved mysteries in the world, and the sky is the limit from there. The cause hypotheses incorporate antiquated Egyptian heavenly defenders, the way to Atlantis, and a characteristic event with no assistance from humans, wherever this street came from. It's a great sight to see. Number 5. Britain's Atlantis, Doggerland. While the first Atlantis stands by to be discovered, a comparable disclosure includes being made somewhere inside the North Sea. Doggerland is the name of a tremendous landmass that got lowered in the sea at any rate 8,500 years ago. Researchers accept that the landform came from Scotland to Denmark, and was once involved by mammoths. After the land was settled by Mesolithic people, it in the end overwhelmed more than a great many years. It has been known as the genuine heartland of Europe by the individuals who found it because of its enormous size and conceivable human network of tracker finders, thought to be during the many thousands. Doggerland is especially amazing on the grounds that it demonstrates that the islands that are presently Great Britain were once associated with the remainder of Europe. Despite the fact that it's not the genuine Atlantis, this submerged world is similarly as fascinating. Climatologists, archaeologists, and geophysicists keep on planning the aggregate of these old destroys and are attempting to comprehend them all the more completely. Number 4. Ruins of Atlat-Yam, Mediterranean Sea. Old urban communities found in the profundities of the ocean are continually charming, regardless of the number of the found. The vestiges of Atlat-Yam, 8 to 12 meters 26 to 39 feet, somewhere down in the Mediterranean Sea off the shore of Israel, discovered in 1984. The city is accepted to have a place with the Neolithic time and is one of the biggest submerged settlements ever found. Investigation at Atlat-Yam has created the remaining parts of houses, water wells, people, and creatures just as items, ancient rarities, and puzzling structures going back great many years. One of its most amazing structures is believed to be a custom site comprising of enormous stones organized in a hover around what used to be a spring. Other fascinating revelations at Atlat-Yam incorporate a stone very much utilized for water administration and in the end as a removal pit because of the enormous number of stays discovered. Inside, 65 arrangements of human remaining parts were additionally situated in and around the city, some giving the most punctual known instances of tuberculosis. There were additionally bones of wild and trained creatures. recommending that the individuals who involved Atlateam both chased and raised creatures for food. Number 3. Black smoke as Arctic Circle. Certain chimney-like arrangements happen submerged when seawater meets magma. These aqueous vents are very nearly a sort of natural aquifer that lets out planes of water and liquids arriving at 370 degrees Celsius and higher, often called dark smokers because of the shade of their iron sulfide stores. These vents have been found in different spots in our seas. Yet, their northernmost area was found in the Arctic Circle among Norway and Greenland in 2008. There are 5 vents in this group of dark smokers. One of them is very nearly 4 stories tall, making the biggest sulfide store ever recorded. The disclosure of this vent field was unexpected. Researchers didn't imagine that such a development was conceivable in a zone with such moderate structural plate spreading. That is the means by which seawater clears its path through the earth to crash into magma. These dark smokers exhibit exactly how capricious and great nature is, while indicating different riddles that could be stowing away underneath the water's surface. Number 2. Ghost Fleet Chuuk Lagoon. Wrecks are the absolute most intriguing things to discover with regards to the sea. They recount an account of some other time ever, give pieces of information about what occurred and who was there, or simply look cool. Chuuk Lagoon is found in the Caroline Islands in the Pacific Ocean, north of New Guinea and east of the Philippines. Here, the destruction of endless Japanese boats and airplane was found. Having been demolished in World War II, the apparition fleet was the subject of a 1969 Jacques Cousteau film in which the destruction was investigated and the site started to be recuperated. In any case, it is said that bodies actually stay among the boats and planes, and the site itself is halfway noticeable from over the water's surface. 9. The destruction of Japan's imperial fleet is an unfathomable case of a submerged revelation that isn't just captivating yet educational and memorable also. Number 1. The Great Blue Hole, Belize. With a name as overwhelming as this one, the Great Blue Hole of Belize ought to definitely pull in inquisitive jumpers and adrenaline junkies, and it does. Found off the shore of Belize, this regular sinkhole is the biggest ever recorded, made renowned in 1971 by Jacques Cousteau. It has since formed into a vacation spot. Guests can go on guided jumping outings into the Great Blue Hole that was framed from a limestone cavern during the last ice age a huge number of years ago. 10. This noteworthy normal component in the Caribbean Sea is 300 meters (980 feet) across and 125 meters (410 feet) profound, making it a remarkable achievement to plunge the whole profundity. This isn't suggested, and guided visits will just take you a small amount of the manner in which down. Abigail is a 21-year-old admirer of Canine's Donut and everything Disney. She is a firm adherent that there's not a lot in a way that is better than a decent book and an extraordinary Spotify playlist on a stormy day.